Today, I want to talk to you guys about what actually creates external rotation. So first of all, what is external rotation? It's your shoulder externally rotating. So if I start here, it's my hand going back towards my backside while this stays right here. So in terms of the throw, this is important because external rotation has a positive impact on velocity creation. So we want right around 180 degrees of external rotation. Some guys are going to be different, but in general, that's what we want. So when guys typically see themselves on video and see that they don't have enough external rotation, in my experience, what they try to do is artificially create it. And what I mean by that is they'll just flip their arm forward or flip their elbow forward, just like this, so that they get right there, and then they think, okay, that's good external rotation, that's going to create more velocity. And the problem with that is external rotation should actually be an effect, not a cause, in our throwing motion. So let me explain. If we're going through a delivery as a pitcher, and we get to here, we don't want to just flip our arm forward to create external rotation. Instead, it should be an effect of positive transfer of energy from the ground up through our torso and into our arm in the baseball. So once we land, we want our lower half to stabilize so that all the energy that we've just created has nowhere to go but up. We don't sink into our leg at all, because then as we start to rotate, we're not going to get that maximal external rotation. Instead, our upper half is going to start creeping forward while this is bending. So instead, we want this to brace immediately so that we then have something to work up and over with our upper half. So how does that relate to external rotation? Once we've landed and stabilized our lower half, now our body is forced to do this and work over that front leg. So what that actually does is create that lag in the arm that we call external rotation. So if we're here, and then we whip, or our torso gets whipped over that front leg, that is going to cause our arm to lay back because of the speed of our torso being whipped forward. So if we're creating maximal momentum with our lower half, blocking that effectively, from there, as long as we're in a good position at foot plant where our torso and our arm is turned back a little bit, and then it can get whipped over top, that's what's actually going to create that good external rotation that you see in guys that throw really hard. And if you're doing that correctly and you're not getting good external rotation, or as much as you think you should, that's probably more like a mobility issue or a stability issue and not something in your actual throwing motion. So to recap, external rotation is important in velocity creation when we throw a baseball, but it's an effect of us moving correctly, not something that we should try to create. We don't want to just flip our arm forward and think that we're creating good external rotation. Instead, it should happen as a result of that positive transfer of energy from the ground up through our torso and then into our arm as our torso whips over top our front leg.